Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make potato bread. It's really quite easy. So first we're going to start with a medium potato and 2.5 cups of water. We're going to peel the potato and then we're going to cube it so that it'll cook faster in the 2.5 cups of water. Now you're going to lose about 1/2 to 3/4 cup of water while you're doing this. But here is what it should look like when you got it all chopped and everything, so that it'll be easy to boil. Then 3 tablespoons of white sugar, 3 teaspoons of yeast, teaspoon of salt, 6 cups flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1/2 cup flour. Now this last 1/2 cup flour is set aside so that when we get towards the end of kneading and everything, if it's still sticky, we add flour. If it's not, we hold it back. Usually this depends on how much humidity you have going on. So like on rainy days around here, I will definitely use that extra 1/2 cup and maybe even a little more. As you can see, nothing too fancy, just a pan big enough to hold the potatoes and the 2.5 cups of water. And of course we're not going to sit here and watch it boil because water never boils when you're watching it. Okay, so you can see we have it boiling now, but when you take it out you can see that these are still hard, and when you just touch them you can feel that they're definitely hard. So we'll let it go for a while longer and we'll check it again. Okay, clearly you can see that the water has definitely gone down, so we're going to get a piece out of here, a good sized piece, and put it in a bowl because I don't want to lose it. And see how it just smashes down like that? So it's definitely ready, and I'm going to just put it back in here because we want all that potato starch and liquid. Okay, so I have a 1 cup measuring spoon, and then I'm going to pour off the liquid and try not to get the potato in there. Wow, so I actually boiled off. You can see there's a little bit of liquid left in there, but not much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up with cold water from our sink. So we have our 2 cups of liquid. Now I'm going to add these potatoes. Alright, so we've got the potato water mixture, and now we're going to whip it just like we're making mashed potatoes. So I have a KitchenAid, and that's what we're going to be using right now, and I'm going to turn it on to So you can see that we have a good mixture, and I've let it sit for a bit so that it's cooled down. So now we're going to add the yeast, and what I like to do is I actually like to stir it in, and with that we also want to add the sugar. Give the yeast something to eat. And just kind of spread it around. And then we're going to check back on it here soon and see how it's going. point. It has been kneading for about 10 minutes. So we are going to remove the kneading hook. And in fact, going to push it all down. And we'll cover this and let it rise. Okay, you can see that the dough has definitely raised, and while it was doing that I went ahead and I greased the bread pans and floured them, and I use coconut oil. You can use butter, Crisco. Some people use olive oil. I use coconut oil. So we're going to set these off to the side. You'll notice I have 2 small pans and 1 big pan. So we'll take the cover off. There's our dough. Alright, so we're going to pull that out. I still have so I'm going to cut off some pieces for the big loaves. About that big, and trying to match that. It's kind of tough, it's a little sticky. Might need to add a little bit back. Okay, so I'm just gonna work this a little bit, do a little kneading so we can get rid of all the seams that are in there. Okay. Again, I like to roll it out, and I'll put my pan over here so we can measure. Okay, put that in there just so. Put that back off to the side. Now the next one, same thing. Okay, grab the other pan so we can measure it out again. Try to keep it as even as possible so that we don't get a strange mound on one end or in the middle or anything. Doesn't quite reach. Get it stretched out just a little more. There we go. Okay, we'll split this in half. These are my little tiny loaves. This is what the kids will devour when it first comes out. Okay, perfect. Mash it down some more. cover these back up and we will let them rise for a while, and there we go. Okay, you can see that it has raised, and as we bring that up, it's raised nicely, and not quite the same size, but it's close. So now I'm going to put them into the oven. Okay, so now we want to put them in the oven. We're going to place our big loaves right in the center, and then I'm going to position the little loaves on each side. Alright, we're going to set our timer for 15 minutes. Alright, we're going to take the little ones out. They, maybe not, they need a little more time. We'll give them just a little more time. These are pretty close to being done, and I am just going to take a little bit of butter and, oops, gonna need an oven mitt to save that one. Just rub the butter across it. Alright, we'll leave the two big ones in there, but we'll take these little ones out, put them over here to the side. Alright, so I put these in for 5 more minutes. Let's take them out. So the idea is to get them out of their pan so they can quit cooking and they can cool. And that's it. That is potato bread.